All right, people, your boy man Mike here, coming at you guys with yet another rendition, edition, whatever the hell you want to say, of a Red Cup Rants. This is just a live Q&A. It's going to be a quick, not too quick, not too fast, but kind of get you guys thoughts. You guys have any questions? We don't really have a lot of topics today, to be honest, man. This is it's quiet. I know a lot of you guys probably have something on your mind that you want to get my opinion along with Kevin and Miss Maggie T. I get tired of hearing myself talk, so if Kevin wants to command the show, take over, do his things, do his thing, he can do it, man. Don't run from it. Embrace it. Embrace the show. Embrace the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Get your Stone Cold. Get your
that's all I am. I'm a pretty face for the Falcons. That's it. Come on.
All the views up. I guess.
I need sponsorships. That's what I need.
Hey man, look. Hey, whatever it takes. This damn thing ain't even on. I got this on, and it's not even on. It's just in my damn ears.
Well, you sound fine.
You guys can hear me.
Yeah, no, you sound fine.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, man, what's happening today? You got 9 people in the 12 now.
14.
Right, what's going on, people? Like, I know you got some comments. Y'all leave almost 100 comments on my videos. Huh?
I said they run the show today.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta come with the comments. All right. What's up with the comments?
That's the diet.
Always be Jew talk. All right, Jew on that beat.
Hey, Jew.
I don't know why they come. Why does that always come to mind? Like, why does that always come to mind? I don't have my other phone, so it's gonna be a little well, not YouTube, but if StreamYard is still slow with the comments, Miss Maggie, I'm gonna have you. Yeah, we're gonna need you to control the comments, man. So, yeah, I wasn't really thinking today, to be honest. So I can't even see the damn comments. If you guys have it, hold up now. I know somebody got Q&A. This is a live Q&A. All right, Tim. I see Tim never disappoint me, man. Tim is my dude. That's what I'm talking about, Tim. Tim is always on point, man. Like seriously, he's always on point. Big Ten Pac-12 postponing the spring, postponing to spring. What will happen to the NFL combine and draft? Man.
That's really something we got to watch and see because depending on the U.S. and what the fuck happens in the next few months leading up to all of that, again, we could be seeing no combine and all that again. Like, let's just hope we get it together and these politicians stop fighting with each other because we got other countries laughing in our face right about now because we can't get it together. And I'm missing football.
Shoot, who you telling? The only combine they got going on right now is the Madden 20 combine.
Right. That's it. That's all we get, man. That's all we got at the moment. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm just gonna say this about the Big Ten. I'm gonna say this about the Big Ten, man. I think what the NCAA should do, to be honest, and let's not pretend like these motherfuckers actually give a shit about these players. They really don't care about these players at all. These young kids, and they are kids. A lot of these kids are under the age of 21. They don't care. They're not doing this. They're doing this for lawsuit purposes. They're counseling for lawsuit purposes. That's the only reason why they're counseling. They don't give a flying flizzuck about these players whatsoever.
Oh no.
So on that aspect, I see why they doing it. But guys like Justin Fields, I think he's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Justin Fields, you got Trevor Lawrence. These guys are actually, stepping out and saying that a lot of these, yeah, they're grown men, they're grown adults, they have families of their own. A lot of these players have kids. Let them decide what they want to do with things, man. I think when it comes down to it, like every man and woman should have the ability to decide whether or not they feel as though that they're putting their life on the line or they want to take a risk. That's just basic human rights. So to say that these guys to take that right away from them, I think that's classic NCAA. They already make $1 billion off of these kids every single year.
Yep.
I mean,
unfair.
It's definitely unfair to take their right to decide whether or not they want to put their lives on the line.
They are the main factor of how they're getting paid. I feel like they should have a say so in all of this, to be honest. And like a lot of these kids are in college just for that. You know what I'm saying? So now they got to, opt out and think about, of course you want your education, but these main people worked all their high school, middle school career to get to this point and can't even play. It's just to get to the NFL is an insult. It's just like I wasted my entire time, I mean, we got the XFL, but we don't even know what's what's going to be happening with that either, with The Rock taking it over and everything. But it's just like it crushes a lot of people's dreams. Just like the college kids, the high schoolers that wanted to graduate couldn't even have a graduation. It's like it's up in the air now. Like, what do we do? Like, do I even play football? Do I even care to even put my whole effort in if they decided to bring it back?
Yeah, like I said, them players, they got a dream. Like I said, the NFL is the pinnacle. And they don't want to lose that opportunity. They said, shoot, fuck it. I catch it.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, shoot, they just want to play.
Yeah.
See, they should have been paying. See, if they would have been paying these players from the get-go, we had something different to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got a question right here. Why do some Falcons fans think getting players from UGA or Georgia Tech would make the Falcons better? Because they're the home teams. And, everybody think that everything from Georgia is supposed to come to Falcons. Just like Cam. Everybody wanted Cam Newton over on our side, but Cam ain't studying us.
And I think we about sick and tired of getting players from Stanford and Clemson.
Yeah, I think so. I'm tired of Clemson. I'm tired of Stanford. It's time for something new, man. It really is time for something new. To be honest, the only two players that I've actually wanted from Georgia was AJ Green and Todd Gurley. Now we have Todd Gurley. I'm satisfied. Like, I don't need another Georgia Bulldog to be with the Atlanta Falcons ever again. It's like I got to see the baddest man that I think that have ever graced the field of the University of Georgia is Todd Gurley, in my opinion. And other than that, like, what else do you want? Like, we got Todd Gurley, the most exciting Georgia Bulldog that I've seen in a long time. Like, the only other, besides AJ Green, Todd Gurley, the only Bulldog that I wanted with the Atlanta Falcons was Mecole Hardman. And Mecole Hardman, like, how can you not like Mecole? Like, that dude is blazing fast. And he's doing great things. And he has a championship, with Pat Mahomes in Kansas City. So it's like outside of that, like that's the only two players that I thought that could actually help the Falcons. So like, just because they're Kevin? From the University of Georgia doesn't mean they're good for the Falcons. Okay, that doesn't mean they're good for the Falcons.
What about Tech?
Well, Tech ain't not really known for putting out a lot of good players. I'm just gonna speak out out of Calvin Johnson, Jonathan Dwyer.
Hold up. It's what's the safety who played with Green Bay?
Oh, you're talking about Morgan Burnett?
Like that was the only one that I remember that was like outside of Calvin that was really worth anything, to be honest. Worth like outside of that, like Tech really hasn't put out a lot. Just like for me, I don't think Georgia has put out a lot of NFL worthy talent. To be honest,
but I
I'm
think
the main one that's not rooting for UGA. I mean, I love seeing them when they play with UGA, but yeah, coming to the Falcons, no. Tar girly, of course. I'm a girly girl, but that's about it.
And I guess now we are converted girly men. So
yeah. Really? His got to, man.
Because his last game against us, he ran against us. I said, yeah, that boy is something else.
Your notifications.
Man,
that's the season isn't ready to propose this season. What happens when some decides to play and some decides to wait until the spring to national championship games? I don't know. I really don't know. That's if they have much of a season. Like they might just let them play like a little half, few games just to say they have something going. I don't even think it's going to be a full on, like you got all these, conferences leaving and everything. It's kind of like, what do you do? What do you do? It's like now everybody's scrambling to decide what's going to be the main factor. I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know, kid. Like seriously, I don't know, man. Go ahead.
It's a tough one. I mean, like you said earlier, like I said, these players thinking about other things than football. These schools, like you said, they don't want these lawsuits because players start catching it, and all the student bodies start catching it. Like I said, there's lawsuits ready for that ass, and they don't want to take the chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't honestly. As far as the 2 national championship games, I think what the NCAA is doing at this point, they're just being safe. Like I said, they just don't want lawsuits. But if the season goes as they don't think it would go, meaning that it will be successful, a successful season at a lot of teams. Let's just say universities bowed out a lot quicker than than they bowed out early and never really gave it a chance. If it end up going well, and COVID, these issues with COVID end up decreasing, they're gonna look like some fucking idiots. They're really gonna look like idiots at the same time because they didn't give these guys a chance to just, like I said, I'm not taking COVID lightly, but at the same time, man, like you got to give people a chance to make their own decisions. And these are grown men and grown women. The women, like nobody talking about basketball and the NCAA with the women. They have no say-so in whether or not they can play basketball. Nobody's talking about that. And the NCAA just wants to sit back on their throne and their piles of money like Scrooge McDuck and just spend everybody's hard-earned money, their blood, sweat, and tears. Like they didn't give a damn about Eric LeGrand when he broke his neck on the fucking football fields. Like nobody think about this type of shit. Now all of a sudden we're supposed to think that you give a shit about COVID-19 and these players. Like the NCAA is like, we're talking about one of those crooked organizations. I'm not even gonna call them a fucking organization. They're a mafia group. That's what the fuck they are. They're lower than a mafia group. All right, these guys. But even the mafia has some fucking principles. These guys are lower than even the mafia. Okay, that's an insult to the damn mafia. NCAA are absolute crooks. They're a Satan. They're Satanists. These guys are absolute worst shit because they spend money and these guys break their fucking necks. And then next thing you know, these guys don't even have the opportunity to make a fucking decision for themselves. And then they sitting at home You know what I'm saying? After a broken neck, and then these guys don't want to give them any type of, medical assistance. These guys have to go on ESPN and go on these shows to kind of get someone to feel sorry for them, so they can get the a regular fucking checkup because he broke his damn neck playing college football. These type of things happen all the time. The NCAA does absolutely nothing. So all this crap that they actually care about these players, they don't give a shit about this. All they trying to do is prevent all of these damn they just trying to prevent. I'm sorry, man. Just go to the next. I'm
about to say you're right on that though, man. Because, like I said, they don't want to. Like you said, first of all, they don't want to pay the athletes. I guess they say something about they don't want to deem them as amateur athletes because they don't want to pay, like you said, the medical bills and all that stuff behind it. But like you said, these kids is making billions for your schools. And like I said, you want to suspend them for little minor stuff. Like you said with Todd Gurley, that whole jersey situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like my gosh.
That was some horse shit, to be honest with you. Wasn't there a player from Oklahoma a few years ago that got suspended from the team because he was looking at a car?
Was it
Jason White?
It was Dez White got Dez. I think Dez Bryant got in trouble for like making money at the school or something like that, and that's why he ended up going to the NFL, declaring for the NFL. He got in trouble for the same issue. So it's like NCAA don't really care, man. They just trying to find a way for them not to pay, these players. Because like I said, these players have medical issues and they get injured in college before they even have an opportunity to go to the NFL. So their lives are already ruined before they even, get the life before their life is really even going, man. Like their life is pretty much ruined because the NCAA don't want to just simply help these guys with simple medical, issues, man. So it's like, man, the hell with the NCAA, and they don't care about these players, man. They really don't. Like I said, they lower, like seriously, they lower than the mob. They loyal. They lower than fucking. They really are Satanists. I'm just gonna say it just like this. They are absolute Satanists. If you want to know what the devil looks like, the NCAA and those guys they are the damn devil. That's what they are. That is pure evil to make so much money off of people. Might as well call it slavery. That's what it is. It's just fucking slavery. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's slavery.
Mm-hmm. You're right. It's not fair to them. They should be able to get some kind of incentive for making people it's sold out. Games are sold out. The money is coming. The jersey sales, all of that, and they don't get no kind of nothing. So it's like whatever they do with the season, that's just what they're gonna do. They're gonna make their own decisions based on how they feel. Right. And that's how I look at it. But moving on, who on the Falcons defense do y'all see stepping up the most?
Kel, you can go with that one.
Oh, you want me to take that one?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to go to obvious, or do you want me to go?
Hey, man, go where you want to go, man. It's your show. Go ahead, do your thing.
I appreciate it, man. I see Kendall Sheffield.
Wow, I like that. What do you see about Kendall Sheffield that really has you thinking that he's going to be a big time player? What do you see out of Kendall Sheffield?
Well, like I said, I took account the last maybe 6 games of the season for what I was seeing. Like I said, he has the speed. But the one thing I like about him is he's a dog. He got that fight in him. He's not scared.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, that's somebody that you want on the other side of AJ Terrell.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like I said, I like Isaiah Oliver's physicality and his size, but that motherfucker can't. Like I said, he got a long curve going with him. It's the Robert situation with him all over again.
I'll say this about Isaiah Oliver, and it necessarily isn't my pick, but I think what Isaiah Oliver is a victim of system. It's the same thing that we had with Desmond Trufant. He got lost in our system. Yeah, he was good enough to play man, to play a lot of zone, but Desmond Trufant was a man defender. That means he can play off, but he's better when he's closer to his defender and not playing so far off. So you don't get the best, Desmond Trufant, or you don't get the best Isaiah Oliver because they're so far off away from their defender playing that cover 3 scheme for the Atlanta Falcons, that bailout scheme. And he's like, in order to play that bailout scheme, you have to have corners with that vision. You have to have playmakers to play off. That's what made Dion so great. He can play in any scheme because he can play up front. He could, even if he got beat at the line of scrimmage, Dion had that ability to make up for being beat, and that's something that Isaiah Oliver doesn't have right now. He doesn't have that Dion speed to make up, and him playing so far off, he doesn't have the necessary. He doesn't have the hips to keep up with smaller defenders. So in order to get the best out of Isaiah Oliver, that means you have to play more man coverage with him, and you have to play more cover 2, like pressing corners. And that's why I say it's not necessarily, and it's the same thing that I get a lot of heat for Vic Beasley. It's because you have these guys playing in roles that it doesn't maximize their skill. Vic Beasley is a guy that needs space. When you put him up against guys like these big ass offensive linemen, he's going to get pushed around. So you can't put these smaller guys in, around 340 pounds like Caleb McGarry and Chris Lynchman. They're going to eat his ass for lunch, okay? Eat his ass for lunch. Like I'll be eating fucking tacos, okay? They're going to eat his ass alive, all right? Like a bag of chips. They're going to eat his ass alive. And that's the same thing with Isaiah Oliver. Isaiah Oliver is a terrific corner, but he's in the wrong system. He needs to be in a system where he needs to be more physical. All right, and that's what's wrong with him. So, but to be short, since I don't talk about Isaiah Oliver, I think the guy that I'm most impressed with, that I think is going to make a huge. I'm going to say this, and I said this kind of early. I said this Friday on Red Cup Rants, the Falcons edition. Deion Jones. Too many people disrespecting this guy. This guy's a baller. Deion Jones is a baller. How many times do we have to go back and watch several replays of him picking off Drew Brees like he's just a fucking scrub? Like he made Drew Brees look like a fucking scrub. He owns Drew Brees. Deion Jones owns one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the game, and he makes him look like a scrub. And people all of a sudden just forgetting about Deion Jones like he's nothing. This man is a top linebacker in the league, and he's going to make you remember who he is this year. I'm telling you, Deion Jones, I'm not going to say he's going to be a defensive player of the year, but Deion Jones is going to make people remember who he is. That's what I think. Maggie, who you focus on this season?
You know what? Now, everybody is not really talking about him, but I honestly see Takk McKinley. Like, have you guys seen him on recently? Like, he really took his hiatus, stayed off of social media. It looks like he's been working out. He's in shape looking. He looks just physically better. Hopefully he's better mentally, but physically he looks ready. Like he's there, he's practicing, he is focused. So I think that he's going to be actually, because this probably put some fire up on his ass. Like, look, you can be replaced. You know, you was the big hype when you got drafted and everything, but you still have to prove yourself to stay here. Yeah. And anybody else gonna want to pick him up after that either. So, I think that he's going to be actually a surprise to everybody. I think he has something to say this year. He might make an impact. Now, it might not be, top, but we're going to see some great improvement from him. I definitely think so. So I said, don't sleep on him. And Keanu Neal, you've seen them workout training videos I shared. Oh, yeah. Like he looks ready to go. So I'm absolutely excited for people coming back, so we can have this defense together. And I think we're gonna be pretty good this year.
Yeah, that's just me. Like I said, the only reason I ain't say Deion Jones because I know what he can do. So I ain't got to say on that. Right. We know what he do. Like you said, he's a safety playing linebacker, and like you said, with the whole Isaiah Oliver thing, I think what will also help him is if this pass rusher get to this quarterback.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Because the pass rush is a corner's best friend.
He can definitely take chances and bite on routes that he typically can't route when you're not getting that pressure. You got all day to get open. Like you don't need if a wide receiver has more than 3 seconds to get open, you've already lost. No corner in the league can stay with a guy like Julio. Like you can't stay with a guy like Taylor Gabriel for more than 3 seconds. If you got more than 3 seconds, if a wide receiver had more than 3 seconds to get open, you've already lost. Like no corner in the league can stay with a receiver in the NFL that long without actually getting open. So yeah, man, pass rush is going to be huge.
Especially the quarterbacks we playing this year, boy. Grady Jarrett and Marlon Davidson they gonna crash that middle. That'll help them a whole lot this year.
Definitely.
What are our questions? You got them statues we playing against this year. It's like shoot, hey, it's time to eat.
Right.
Let's see. I don't have any more questions right now.
Like I said, I hope Keanu Neal does stay healthy because he got a lot to prove, and I feel like he got a lot of fire that he hasn't even put out yet. So he's gonna be ready to hit somebody.
I think it's gonna be nasty, man. I really think it's gonna be a nasty year for the Atlanta Falcons defense. They really gonna bring the physicality. And another guy to kind of keep an eye on that nobody is giving any respect to is DJ Sanat. Like he has a lot to prove right now. Like this is his career. If the Falcons who drafted him don't really believe in him, if that's the case, that's a guy that's dangerous in my opinion. Guys that you really don't you don't see a lot coming from. Like these are the types of players that you want to keep, focus on, is because like I said, nobody's really paying any attention to DJ Sanat. Everybody's focusing on, Marlon Davidson, Grady Jarrett, Tack McKinley, Dante Fowler. Like nobody is thinking about guys like DJ Sanat, man. So DJ, I know what he's capable of, but man, he got to bring it. Like this is his last shot, man. This is also DeMonte Casey's last shot. So when it comes down to it, man, like I think a lot of these players that really aren't, a lot of people aren't really focusing on. These are going to be the people that steps up, man. I truly believe that.
I think so.
That's good for them, though. Like you said, that's pressure that they don't have to take on. Like I said, they can play their game.
Question: how do you feel about giving players nicknames before they even step on the field? So the big hype, just already expecting a lot out of them, and then they come to the NFL. It's a whole little ball game for them. It's a new adjustment, but already coming on with the field with nicknames. I think, like, for me, I think they have to make a statement first. You know, they got to see how they gel with their team and everything before we even, you know, like this for to be the top player or whatever. Like, everybody's big hype about a lot of these players, and a lot of time they've come out to be a bust, especially these first round picks. Just saying.
That's what I'm talking about. I just made a whole video about that. I just ran it for an hour yesterday on that same bull crap.
Yeah.
Marlon Davidson talking all this shit in press conferences, but we don't know what he's going to do against grown ass men.
Yeah.
Right.
I like him. I like his personality, but we don't know if he's going to get bullied. And like, bullies get bullied in the NFL. Bullies get bullied in the NFL. We got some bigger, faster, tougher offensive lineman, defensive lineman than him. He might have did that in college, but when you get into the NFL, man, like I said, these are bullies that bully people.
Especially veterans. They see you coming. They know you new, so they finna try you. Mm-hmm. Trust and believe. They're gonna give you a nice welcome to the NFL sack. And you ain't ready for that one.
Yeah, you don't want to have a nickname as the headhunter coming to the NFL, and then all of a sudden you can't hit shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you don't want to be the showstopper, and you can't even goddamn make a play. They gonna move your ass out of the league so fast.
That's my thing, man. It's like people put all these expectations on players. Like, we gotta let these players play first. Like, coming out that, and that's why I always. I'm always on guys like Vic Beasley's side. You know, these guys who are drafted in the first round, is because we put all these expectations on players before they even get to the NFL. Like, they had visions of Vic Beasley being Von Miller before he even stepped on the damn field. Like, they compare him to Von Miller. It's like, bro, let him get to the NFL and prove what he is before we start labeling these guys the next Joe Montana, labeling the next Matt Ryan, labeling Vince Young, the next Michael Vick. Y'all remember that talk? Vince Young was going to be the next Michael Vick and all this type of stuff. Like, let these players actually play a game. Hell, Tim Tebow was drafted in the first round.
Oh, God.
And what, he's supposed to be everything. He was supposed to be God. He was supposed to be God in the NFL. What the hell he
baseball, he commentated or something. He ain't even playing.
He ain't doing nothing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, let these players actually prove something before we start to give them nicknames. And look, like Dre said, man, these some grown ass men. Okay. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Dre. What's good? These are grown ass men. And at some point, you gotta say to yourself, man, it's like, even in high school, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, even in the neighborhood, we all seen that one guy that loved to pick on everybody end up getting his ass whooped one of these days. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, bullies all have their day. They're all gonna have their day. So let these guys actually, let these guys prove themselves before we start labeling him the GOAT and, you know, the next Von Miller, the next Matt Ryan, the next Michael Vick. Let them do their job first, man.
There's a question I see over here. It says, who gets on your nerves more? Matt Ryan haters, Vic fans, or the New Orleans Saints?
Come on, who asked that question?
Hell, I can't stand the fucking Saints. I can't stand Matt Ryan haters, and I can't stand Michael Vick fans because they all knowing as hell. But I can't stand them damn Saints. They're some crying, and they fake as hell. We know y'all been 49ers and Green Bay fans. Like, people, even in New Orleans, they got you either three fans. All right, there's only three fans in New Orleans. All right, 49ers, the Packers, or Cowboys. Anything else, they're a line sack of crap. That city is divided, okay? That city is divided. There's no real Saints fans in there. And if they are, they probably like 200 years old, all right? There ain't no real fans there. Ain't no real fans in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's a lot of New Orleans
take that shit to the grave.
Fans. That's what that is.
They've been wearing
fans. That's it.
They've been wearing brown paper bags over their heads for damn near 50 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that's like they say they loyal, but we wasn't hearing about a lot of New Orleans fans, like especially when it was just New Orleans and Falcons, and we both sucked. I remember the rivalries. It was just in between us, but it wasn't like it is now. It definitely wasn't like that. They wasn't riding like that for New Orleans until Breeze came on the scene. So I don't believe it. I don't believe the hype. It was a Super Bowl win, so now we got a little ring or whatever. They ain't gonna never get one again. But just saying, we ain't gonna say how, but we know how that game went.
Shit, I guarantee most of them didn't even know they played in the NFC West with us.
Look, some people don't even know the players and none of that. They know the colors and they know they the Saints. I mean, I asked people that be really like so-called fans, and I sit there and ask them all kinds of questions. So who was like before Breeze? Tell me a little something about their history.
Anything about anything. Let's just be real. They don't know anything about anything. A lot of people don't even know who on their team, and that's including Falcons fans. They just look at the highlights and say, "Oh, I know Julio, I know Matt Ryan," and that's about it. They don't even follow their own fans. They probably don't even know who was the last guy who was on the practice squad. These ain't real fans. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of these people I don't even take seriously. If you don't know who on your own team, I don't really take you seriously.
Sounds like a lot of Patriots fans too. So,
Patriots, they the biggest. They got the biggest fakest fan base of all time. Biggest fakest fan base of all time. They don't even know on their own team. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, we're supposed to know, like we're supposed to believe that motherfuckers don't even know where the hell Green Bay. I mean, not Green Bay, but New England play at. They don't even know where the hell they play at prior to them actually going to all this. They don't even know. They don't even know what Foxborough is. They don't even know what Foxborough is. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to believe that you've been a Patriots fan all your life. Mm-hmm. What are you, 12? It's possible if you're 12, but he's grown ass men. Hey man, let's get a couple more questions. Let's get one more question, and we're gonna get into our
potty shots. I was trying to read the question.
What's the question? Do you guys think D-line is the key? No, hell no, absolutely not.
O-line.
Stop.
O-line.
Stop. No. Come on. We've seen this. We've been through this. We've been through this before. The Falcons have to have a running game. It's really that simple. This defense is good enough to get us to the playoffs.
Well, they said O-line on that question, so they was right there saying O-line.
I can't.
That's why I was trying to read it for you. I'm seeing you trying to struggle.
I can't see this. It looked like a D to me. All right, that motherfucker looked like a D. Maybe my ass. I need some goddamn glasses or something.
I got contacts.
Yeah, I'm used to doing on the computer, guys. That's an O-line.
Yeah, that's O-line.
Even that, I still don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's the O-line either. The O-line is pretty good for the most part. I don't think the key is the offensive line. I think we played way too much when it comes down to the O-line and their struggles. A lot of the issues, and like I said, I do film. I don't just look at a game and say they had, the Falcons gave up 8 sacks. A lot of people just say, oh, they gave up 8 sacks, but they don't get deep into it when it comes down to saying, like, why did they have 8 sacks? And what I've discovered in the last couple of days is actually one of the reasons why we brought in Todd Gurley is because of our running backs were absolutely garbage when it comes down to picking up blitzes and knowing their assignments. A lot of times I've seen Devontae Freeman, a defensive lineman is coming straight towards the quarterback. Devontae Freeman is right there. All he has to do is chip the guy. Just nudge him. And Matt Ryan can get the pass off. And he does absolutely nothing, and he gets a sack. Those are not the offensive lineman issues. Even Austin Hooper, Devontae Cookie by nature, you follow him on Twitter. he had a breakdown of Austin Hooper's whiffs on his blocks, and the tight ends help out the tackles when it comes down to these guys actually, in pass protection. Running backs and tight ends are essential in pass protection. It's just not solely the offensive lineman. You got to have running backs, and I know you know this playing at Tech. Your running backs have to help out in pass protection and in the running game. They are just as at running game and passing game, so they have to, and they really have to, focus on their assignment, or your quarterback and the offensive lineman is going to be in bad position. So I don't think it's just simply the offensive line. I think people just don't look deep into what's actually going on, man. So
yeah, I think it's all on trust.
Mm-hmm. It's all on trust. Yeah,
it's all trust. You got, like you said, you gotta have guys back there that you can trust that can pick that block up. Like you said, Freeman whiffed on a lot, and that's another reason why Austin Hooper got let go too. Like you said, can't block worth of shit either. He big,
can't block worth of crap.
He big, but he can't block, and that also kind of hurt him. Because, like I said, one thing about Jacob Tammy when we did have him, he could block.
That's it. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
And Levine Tuilolo could block too.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they're missing. They missing those tight ends and running backs who can actually block. Like Todd Gurley is probably the best pass blocking running back in the league. That's something that goes unnoticed during the game. When a running back can't pick up a blitz, or he doesn't understand that he needs to chip this defensive lineman to kind of give Caleb McGarry or Chris Lindstrom extra time to kind of get to that person, that affects pass protection. It's not always on the offensive line. This is why Quadri Olsen didn't get a lot of playing time last year, because he didn't understand the passing schemes. So that's what I had to say about that, man. B-baller.
You need me to read it?
As they say, I believe.
Man, I can't see this shit, man. I'm on this phone. I'm struggling like a motherfucker, man. I cannot see this.
Well, you need to get your
eyes. Shit like little bitty ants, bro. I cannot see this shit.
Okay, I'll read it. I believe doing the special team will give us a big boost. Ben Kowicka is a damn good coach. We saw the discipline last year.
I'm not worried about the kicking game, man. I'm not worried about the kicking game. I'm more worried about the special teams as far as the return game is concerned. Anytime you can help pin a defense in with like the 10-yard line within about the 10-yard line, to give the defense 90 yards instead of 80. Hey man, fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all. I can't fucking see. Fuck y'all.
I'm trying to help the man, y'all. I'm really trying to help the man.
I can't see this. Look. Hey man, I'm trying to see this little shit, man. I'm on my phone. I'm not on my computer. So the hell with
It's all good, man.
But yeah, I'm more focused. I'm more focused on the return game. I'm not worried about the kicking game. I think Koo's a damn good kicker. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, he stepped up when we needed him the most.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can call him 7 in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Matt Bryant, he was done, man. He looked like he was just, his career was just like he just fell off the earth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about the kicking game, man. I'm worried about the return game, because honestly, in the NFL, kicking, like if you're gonna rely on the kickers anyway, you've already lost.
Well, you already lost. Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make this the last question. Since you trying to struggle, do you believe this is the deepest Falcons team in a long?
I don't have any problem with visions, but on this damn phone, I really can't see a damn thing. Do you believe this is the deepest Falcon team in a long time? I believe so.
On paper?
I believe so. You, like I said, you look at the running backs. You can't really see a weakness in the running game, even if you say that Ito Smith is probably the weakest link. Even he's played well last year in his his brief time. Like every running back on that roster actually played well last year. The receivers speak for itself. It's just I don't have to go too deep. All right, Nikki, be quiet. All right, leave me alone, Nikki. All right, Jesus freaking Christ.
Yep, that
He going blind. That's what's going on. He had to come out see the light. That's what he had to do.
Hey. It is what it is, man. Look, man. See, this is why I'm a bully. This is why I'm bully. Y'all pick on me all the time, and then when I strike back, I'm wrong, man. Okay.
Well, you don't scare me. I fight right back, Mike. So everybody else run from you. Mad Mike don't scare Miss Maggie T. Just letting y'all know. I cuss Mad Mike out. So for you to be blind right now, this is just golden right about now, because
this might sell the video.
Hey, man, whatever.
They're gonna be sponsoring you glasses for the next episode. That's what.
Hey, do it. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
America's best.
Hey, hey, I'm good with that, man. I'm good with that. Shit. I guess we'll hit those parting shots right there, huh?
Yeah, this was a slow and short one today. We just wanted to get on. We weren't for drawing y'all out for long, just because we felt like talking today. So, yeah, now parting shot. I don't know what I'm about to say. I guess I'll start since I'm running my mouth. I'm never a part of parting shots because normally I'm not even on. But people, wear y'all goddamn mask so we can have some sports. I love baseball. And I'm sitting here watching the WNBA, and you know what I'm saying, Atlanta United, they trying to figure out they're gonna be playing and stuff like that. But I need to see these players playing, or my feelings are really gonna be hurt this season. So please wear y'all mask. Don't be in no strip clubs trying to buy chicken wings at Magic City. Stay y'all asses in the house so these players can play. And I'm like going through withdrawals. I'm watching old football games and I'm wearing my Falcons shirt for no reason. And I just need a season because they're trying to cancel the college games.
Crack here right now.
I am, man. Like, me and Kevin got a tradition that we have a whole tailgate going on for college football. And if they canceling that, I don't even know what to do.
That'd be good for us because I'm tired of y'all whooping our asses. So.
What? Yeah, and I like kicking your ass. So that's a tradition of mine. So I can yell and talk about it.
We can use a break, damn it.
No, that's all right. No, we need to kick y'all ass every single year. I don't care how many times we do that, but I need to see that every year. So we need y'all to wear y'all goddamn mask out here. Don't be tailgating or nothing. Sit at home. Watch the game on the TV. Stop trying to be fast and all this. Get your asses in the house so we can have some football this season because I'm about sick of it. That's all I'm saying. That's my party shot. I ain't got nothing else. And yeah, Mike is getting bullied.
Kev, you can go.
Well, like I said, pretty much what she said. I mean, I'm tired of looking at ESPN watching spike ball and tag and shit. Like, nah, man. Like I said,
the world game of poker and shit.
But for real though, like I said, just make sure y'all stay safe out here, man, because this shit is real. And like I said, sports or not, like I said, you want to preserve life as much as possible. And like I said, I got my beer for the night, so that's gonna be my last. That's my final. I'm done.
Hey, I know he's gonna throw that one in there. I'll say this, man. Let's try to take. Let's take this seriously, and what I mean by take it seriously, don't think this is a joke when it comes down to voting, man, because this guy who we have in office, it's like he's the sole reason for why all of this is happening. Let's just be real. He pissed off China, and China unleashed hell on the entire world. Okay,
Yep.
they unleashed hell on the entire world. He didn't take it seriously. He started shit with Kun Jong, whatever the hell his name is, Kun Jong Il or whatever the hell his name. But he started with him, and then it went to China. He, he made some crazy remarks about China, and China said, "Oh yeah, you want to start that? Okay, I got something for you." And ended up saying some crazy stuff about President Obama. He took away all his preventative measures to kind of help the world in this pandemic. He didn't take that seriously, and like I said, all of this is because I know a lot of people ain't gonna believe me when I say this, but the reason why the world is in this issue is because of Donald freaking Trump. All right, he's the reason why we're having this why we're having this issue. It's because of him. We have to take voting seriously. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying saying that you have to. It's like at least encourage those who want to vote to go vote, because we cannot have another one of these issues where we have a president who never been through any type of struggle ever in his life, to think that it's just okay to just say, okay, everything is fake, everything is a hoax. Like at some point in time, you got to take something seriously. So let's just get out, vote, and get this piece of shit out of the office. I don't give a damn if you are a Trump supporter. Go vote. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. You got your views. I got my views. We got our views. But at least go out and vote, man. We gotta start taking voting seriously, and taking a lot of these issues that we see in the world. It may not directly affect us, but we got to start taking this shit seriously, man. Everything ain't a fucking joke or a troll session. We got to take this stuff seriously, man. So, with that being said, Miss Maggie, if you want to close the show and do a little bit of maintenance about the up and coming shows, you can do so.
Well, our next upcoming show will be Lush Exchange. Everybody on Strictly Prohibited Network, featuring me and Miss Nikki. She was in the comments. We have a special guest that we have yet to announce, but you guys want to tune in. It's going to be about cougars and zaddies, whatever you want to call them. Older people dating younger people, if it's a double standard to that. So when a woman dates a younger guy compared to a man when he dates a younger woman, why is there outrage for one or the other? So that's going to be our main topic for Thursday. And we have a new time. It's going to be 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. So y'all just tune in right here. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Strictly Prohibited Network. As well as Friday, we have Red Cup Rants 2. It's going to be with Mr. Juju on the beat, Kevin, and Mr. Mad Mike. Now, this one might go on an hour and a half or so, because, that gets in. And this is a Falcons edition. So if y'all want to hear nothing but Falcons talk, that is the show for y'all to go ahead and check out. That's Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so don't miss that. And as well as we have the Hodgepodge guys on. So we got a little lineup coming up for you guys, so don't miss it. On Saturdays, and telling y'all they talk about anything and everything there is to sports. So if you want like a whole collection of everything, Hodgepodge, and then you can definitely call in on that show and kind of get yourself heard. But definitely subscribe to our network, hit that alert button so you won't miss none of this. As well as you got Mad Mike Sports. He's gonna keep dropping the uploads and everything on his channel. Make sure y'all hit that up, and that's all we got right there. So, check us out. Thanks for tuning in. This was a little short one.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to go because I got to finish sipping on my drink and go to bed.
All right. All right. That's it.
Bye. Bye. You see darling Nikki over there? That's my co-host.
It's a celebration.
All right, y'all. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Don't forget.
Or Peerless back out of retirement. Remember that.
Peerless. Don't you say that name ever again.
I know.
Say that.
I know my body just went on fire just for saying that.
The channel is script. Look at the ticker